and honey. And also just so to let you know that you are listening to Unical Radio 103.5, your number one infotainment radio station right here in the prestigious University of Calabar. And please also to let you know that today marks a significant milestone in Nigeria's university sport as the Nigerian University Games NUGA officially presented its flag and signed a memorandum of agreement with the University of Calabar, confirming Unical as an host institution for the forthcoming NUGA Games. And joining us this beautiful evening in the studio are key members of the NUGA executive team, fresh from the historic signing ceremony. And once again, my name is Okun Ofiongi. Catalyst and time check is 56 minutes past the hour of 5 o'clock. And of course, to start with, let's quickly acknowledge the NUGA executive team that we have with us here in the studio. There's a beautiful evening. First, I'll be starting with Professor MG Tarasai. Actually, hope I got that name correctly.
Yeah, I can say.
So good evening, Professor Tarasai.
Yakasai.
Yakasai. All right. So, can you say hello to our listeners out there?
This is the first time of coming to Unical Radio. When I'm comparing it with Nigerian University Radio, I saw so many changes. We are here this evening to talk to the media about signing of the MOU and other logistics to do with the NUGA Games, especially in the area of technical. So my name is Professor Yakase, the Chairman Technical for Nigerian University, and also the Chairman Sport for Bayero University, Kano.
All right, so it's actually a pleasure to have in our studio this beautiful evening. And also with us in the studio this evening, we have Dr. Ajibwa. I hope I got that correctly. Yeah, so good evening, Dr. Ajibwa, and welcome to the studio. Hello to
Good evening. Good evening, Calabar.
And also joining us this beautiful evening is Professor Stephen. Professor Stephen, good evening to you and hello to our listeners.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. My name is Professor Stephen Hamafielto from University of Maiduguri, the immediate past president of NUGA. And it's a delightful thing to be in Calabar.
All right.
To have a chat with you. Thank you.
It's actually a pleasure to have you in our studio this beautiful evening. You're welcome once again. And also with us this beautiful evening is I think Yarusai Baza. Pardon me if I actually didn't get the name correctly.
Yeah, the name is Yunusa Amadi Baza.
Okay, Baza. I think I'll go with the Baza. It's actually a pleasure to have you in the studio this evening. So, can you say hello to our listeners out there?
Hello, Calabar. My name is Yunusa Amadi Baza. I'm the acting secretary of NUGA.
All right,
it's a pleasure to be here.
It's a pleasure to have you in our studio. This is a beautiful evening. So, dear listeners out there, it's definitely going to be an interesting one. Like we keep on telling you that the NUGA 2026 is actually that one game that we are taking you out of the classroom down to the pitch where we get to discover talent. And I can promise you for sure that it's not just going to be a competition. It is actually going to be an exciting moment where talents will be discovered, and of course a whole lot of histories also will be created. And so first, to start with, let's quickly take a look at the significance of this NUGA game, because I believe a lot of persons must have heard of NUGA, and get to ask them critical questions, of course, as to its importance. So the presentation of the NUGA flag and also the signing of the memorandum of agreement, that is a MOA, are actually major moments. But from your experts, let me start with Yakasi, Professor Yakasi. So, but from your expert perspective, what does today's event represent for Unical and, of course, NUGA as a whole?
This is a great history for University of Calabar, having a new vice chancellor and having a new host of the 2028 NUGA Games. So it is historical, new to new. So the Vice Chancellor will start his assignment with the NUGA Games, where he's going to bring the whole Nigerian universities to Calabar. So this is very historical. And on the economic aspect of it, the Calabar community will benefit a lot with the number of athletes, about 7,000 athletes, 5,000 technical officials, 5,000 accompanying officials. It's a very large number of contingents that are coming to Calabar.
Wow.
So it will be a very historical history if they hosted these games in 2026.
All right, so I think that is actually a great one there for the prestigious University of Calabar, and also a great benefit to the institution. So to Dr. Ajibwa, I know Nigerian universities have actually produced top national athletes, which we cannot actually keep count of the numbers, and that's actually over the years. How does NUGA see this partnership contributing to talent discovery and sports development nationwide?
Thank you very much. Let me go back on memory lane.
Okay.
NUGA was established in 1966 among 5 universities.
Okay.
And the first NUGA game took place at the University of Ibadan. Since then, NUGA has continued to turn out talented athletes for the national pool. When we were with the Vice Chancellor this afternoon, we mentioned Oyedeji of the basketball. Today is the Vice President of the Olympic Committee and a very top NBA basketball player. And we also look at national teams in Nigeria, particularly in basketball, table tennis, and other martial arts games. You find out that it's university games that are representing university students that are representing Nigeria. They are able to combine skill with mental intelligence,
exactly.
with brilliance.
Okay.
So it's very, very helpful, and you find out that in the university, students not only read now, they also acquire skills, because these skills will be helpful in future. For instance, if you're a footballer in the university, you will not need to go and be paying a fitness instructor to enjoy yourself, to enjoy what you like doing when you graduate. Again, you also find out that there are experiences within the university enclave that you cannot get within the 4 walls of the university, 4 walls of the classroom, and you also garner social interaction. We were at the University of Jos. We've made friends that will last for life. So these are some of the advantages and gains of sports, particularly in the university setting. Thank you.
All right, so thank you so very much, Dr. Ajiba. That was actually interesting. Taking our minds back to the establishment of NUGA, that's back to 1966. That's actually an impressive one. And, from your voice, I can actually tell maybe you're actually a sports lover. And it's actually amazing also that I'm a sports lover. You talked about football, I'm a footballer. All right, so that's actually a good one. So we'll be going in a short break, and when we are back, we'll be looking at the preparedness of Unical as an institution to, go on with this game. And of course, we will be welcoming someone, of course, who will be joining us to, have a critical discourse on this very prospect. So stay with us. You're still listening to Unical Radio 103.5, your number one and darling infotainment radio station right here in the Canaan city of Calabar. We'll be right back after this break.
in the people's paradise. It's Unical Radio International. Cross River Estate, Nigeria. 103.5 FM. Education, information and entertainment.
And it's already 8 minutes gone past the hour of 6. Welcome back from that short musical break. You are still listening to Unical Radio 103.5, your darling infotainment radio station here in the prestigious University of Calabar. And it's still on the NUGA flag representation. And of course, this is a media briefing with the NUGA Executive theme. Once again, we have the NUGA Executive theme with us here in the studio. Like I mentioned earlier, we have Professor M.G. Yakasi, Dr. Ajibwa, Professor Stephen, and we also have Mr. Baza also with us. And I told you guys that when we are back from the break, we will also have a personality join us, and that happens to be Papa Don Clems, who is also with us in the studio. There's a beautiful evening. Good evening, Papa Don Clems. Nice to meet you. Can you say hello to our listeners?
Good evening, Unical Radio. What a pleasure being here again.
Yes, I was actually expecting again because we've actually had you several times, and with this we are hoping to see you maybe more like every day. All right, so Papa Don, let's move quickly to the preparations of Unical to host the 2026 NUGA Games, because hosting the NUGA Games comes with huge logistical and infrastructural demands. So how prepared is University of Calabar as an institution at this stage to, host these events?
Wow. I can just quote the Vice Chancellor. He said we are ready. And the acting national chairman of NUGA is by my side. Last year when he came here, he used those words that the VC just used, that Unical is prepared, that what he saw, Unical Radio was there. And what he saw at the tennis court and other facilities, Unical is ready. And so today they've given us the flag. The last time Unical hosted NUGA Games was 36 years ago.
That's a long time.
Yeah, that's a long time. And, we're lucky. The sitting Vice Chancellor, Professor of Film, was an athlete, was a student athlete. He competed in judo and won.
Wow.
And so you can see that we are ready. And you can see the excitement in the faces of the NUGA leaders here. I mean, if they had, if the meeting today wasn't good, you won't find them. And you see the excitement, from Yakasai to Professor Steve, to Jibwa, to Basa. Everybody says Calabar would give us the best NUGA. And let me blow your mind. The governor has said he's hosting this NUGA with Unical.
Excellent. Excellent. Wow, that's actually a good one. I think we just need to get the date of when we are starting. Let's just start already. So, Papa Duncan, let's also talk about what are actually those measures that have been put in place to ensure that this game meets national and international best practices in terms of organization, officiating, and athlete welfare, which we cannot write off.
Okay. The committees will soon be inaugurated. There might be 14 committees. 14, right? 14 committees inaugurated that will take care of all sectors. accommodation, transportation, medicals, technical, name it. And the university itself is already working. If you go to the sports unit, you see that so much is going on, you know. Beyond that, the students are ready. The students are excited. The students are looking forward to the games. And finally, Unical will not work without the Federal Ministry of Education. You understand? It's part of it.
Okay.
And so, alumni are coming in too. You know, Unical, NUGA champions also won the Olympics. You know, I played badminton in NUGA Kano. My teammates included Enobom. Enobom won gold in the Olympics. You understand? So it's a sports town. It's a sports university. And we are ready. Not with a very sports-friendly VC like the incumbent VC consortium. So that's the point here. And you can see from the energy we brought in here, very soon, from the gates, you saw NUGA.
Yeah.
All the way. During the Carnival Calabar. You saw
Yeah,
NUGA.
yes, of course. NUGA even had the ban, I think.
Yeah, you know? So we're ready.
Well, so just a quick one. I don't want to, bulk you with lots of questions because I know that in the course of these events, we definitely have lots of questions. But should we be expecting any innovations in areas like technology, athlete services, or let's say maybe media coverage at these, NUGA events?
Yes, but I would like Professor Steve to speak to that.
Okay, Professor Stephen.
Thank you, and thank you for having me here.
Once again.
Yeah, the ecosystem I found in Calabar, I think is a very good one that is good for sports. Now, we have churned out a lot of athletes in the time past. And our purpose actually is to see that we develop athletes. When we develop the athletes, we give them dual career pathways. The dual career pathways, first, your own sports. What does it bring on the table? Probably your academic career may not be able to bring something to you. We have found people who are engineers that graduated as engineers but ended up as sportsmen and women. There are so many of them that are today making a living from sports, not from their own academic pursuits. And so that is why we are pursuing sports with every vigor and every iota of our energy as university dons. Right, we are going to involve a lot of technology quite okay. And because we have sports, we have AI coming in. We want to see how University of Calabar will engage AI in some of the areas of our sports reporting. Now, there's going to be media, and a very great one for that matter. We have somebody who is into media and marketing. She is in CVC. She is going to be saddled with that responsibility. Our accreditation is going to be top-notch. You know it, that we are not going to allow any non-bona fide athletes to participate in these games. It's all technology. So there's nothing going to be short of that. When we come here, we screen, we make sure that the right person who is a student is given the right to participate. We don't want people to come out from somewhere else. Those of them who have some injuries and stay under the bridges and you bring them because they were one-time athletes. You know, the student in the university doesn't have time for participation in sports. The time they have is competed for their lectures, with their lectures. And because of that, they have just limited time. But those other ones that are doing their practices in stadiums, they are all professionals. They want to creep in and take the places of some students. I remembered when I was a student, the Sports Council lended my university athletes in volleyball. I was a volleyball player. I couldn't come for the NUGA Games because there were some people who were better than me. They had time to do their practices. I didn't have time as a student at that time. So I wasn't as best as they were. So they were brought in to play. I wasn't given the opportunity. At the time, I told my vice chancellor, I said, you didn't have the same opportunity with me. You played basketball during your own time. You know him. He played basketball. He was a basketball player. But when the NUGA competition came at that time, they dropped us and went to the sports council to pick other athletes in order for the coaches to make a name. And they get their promotion based on their winnings when they come for NUGA games. But this time around, technology is going to catch people down. We're not going to allow any such things to happen. Then you have already broadcasted to us that your manager has said it here, that he is going to involve almost all universities. 100 universities will be coming on board in this radio television. So if that's going to happen, then we are engaging technology in a very, very diverse way. Thank you very much.
All right, that is actually a very wonderful one. Thank you so much, Professor Stephen, once again. So, it's been a very long day, and I wouldn't want to take much of your time. But just a quick one before we can actually call it a wrap, because I know for sure that we will definitely meet again once the game starts in earnest. So, Mr. Baza, what would be your message to student athletes participating universities and, of course, the Nigerian public ahead of this historic e-game in the University of Calabar?
Thank you very much. My advice to the Nigerian students, those athletes preparing for the 28 NUGA Games in Calabar, is to advise them to start preparing. This is the right time to organize themselves, either in individual sports or in team sports. Rome is not built in a day. The signing of the memorandum of agreement and the flag handing over that we did today, all is set. The club is taken. So in a few months to come, we expect to see changes in the facilities of Unical. In our last visit, we have observed that there is no doubt, there is no mention of what that Unical is ready to close this game. All they need to do is to make some push, get some partners, and then they are good to go.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Baza. And I think that will be all we can go for today. But, before we leave, let's move back again to the acting president of the Nigerian University Games in person of Dr. Hajibwa. So what would be your last word to, our listeners out there and, of course, the entire students of our institution?
Let me encourage, just like the last speaker said,
Okay.
that the students and staff is to start preparing for the games. The game will soon be here. Because for an athlete to get to the zenith of performance, you will have trained for nothing less than 3 to 4 months. So if you are going to have the competition this year, it means that the time is already
now.
So we have to start training now, and I pray that God will continue to be with all of us. I want to also encourage the people of Calabar and the entire state to support the university, because NUGA believe that Calabar is one of the hubs of sport development in Nigeria. So if we are bringing NUGA games to this place, it should be well ahead of every other state in Nigeria. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Jibra, once again the acting president of the Nigerian University Games, NUGA. So also back to Papa Don Claims, your last word to our listeners out there before you can take a bow from our studio this beautiful evening.
NUGA is about the students. It is watching the students put the right energy into games. So I call on all Malabites, come on out, just 1 hour in your training pitch every day so we can host to win. We can. We'll do it well. And I give kudos to the Vice Chancellor for the kind of energy he has shown, for his love and dexterity. He's been able to speak to sports being one of us, I mean, we're good to go. And to NUGA, Mr. Chairman NUGA, Mr. Secretary NUGA, Mr. Vice Chairman, Mr. Chairman Technical, and immediate past president. Thank you. Thank you for finding Unical worthy. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for seeing us through. And please keep seeing us through. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Papa Don Clems. So, Professor Stephen, your last word to our listeners before.
Yeah, thank you very much. The games are here already. The games are here already, and we have no time to waste. So, both in equipment development, facility development, structures, and we are going to come like policemen, searching every athlete. And our cameras are already on them because we are planning for World University Games. The ones we're going to harvest from these NUGA Games will represent Nigeria in World University Games.
Wonderful.
And it, in turn, will also maybe be preparing for All African Games. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, Professor Stephen, once again. And so, Mr. Baza, your last word also to our listeners out there.
Yeah, I would like to call on all Malabites and all citizens of this great state to rally around University of Calabar so that we can have a more memorable 28th University Games in Nigeria. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Professor Iyakasi, your last word to our listeners.
Sponsorship is the key to success in every competition. I'm calling on the management of University of Calabar to open their basket. You used to have a basket. Yes. So reach out to your alumni. You may have senators, you may have governors around Nigeria, not only in Calabar. That's what the University of Lagos did. So they go to their database to see who and who finished from University of Lagos.
Okay.
So you have to go back to that database, look which of the governors, you may have a governor from Kano or from Katsina that has attended University of Calabar. So open your basket, reach out to them so that they can open enough funds that will support the University of Calabar to succeed this game. Because you cannot do the games without funds.
Exactly. All right, thank you so much, Professor Yakasi. Trust me, it's been an amazing moment here with you. So thank you so much, beloved listeners. Thank you for joining us in the studio and also for sharing these insights. Once again, congratulations on the successful presentation of the NUGA flag and the signing of the memorandum of agreement between NUGA and the prestigious University of Calabar. We look forward to a memorable and well-organized NUGA Games that brings us to the end of this interview. Thank you and keep listening to Unical Radio 103.5. My name still remains Okon Ofyong, the Catalyst. Bye for now.